What's up, guys? Back at it with another great video today. Today is a great day, a great night. First off, I had my nose take all the stuff out of it, but more importantly, even better, Victor Wembanyama sold tonight, man. I was cheesing the whole game. This is what I've been waiting for. I do not like Wemby. I do not like the Spurs. I do not like Wemby. But yeah, this was fantastic from the Knicks, man. We are 3 wins away from Jalen Brunson lifting up that trophy. In this video, I will go over just what happened in the game. I have my first quarter notes, my second quarter notes, all that. These are like notes I took throughout the game. Just gonna run through these real quick, then we're gonna get to the stats. So in the first quarter for the Knicks, I wrote down a lot. The Knicks had a game plan of starting Cat on Wemby to guard him, which doesn't that sound ridiculous? However, I believe that worked out to a charm. The Knicks got out to a very fast start. Brunson wasn't shooting that well, even though they did do that, but they were still scoring efficiently, getting great stops in the first quarter. Cat, when he was guarding Wemby, was phenomenal tonight. But in general, but in the first quarter alone, doing great on Wemby. Wemby taking crazy shots, just like forgetting that he is 8 feet tall and that he can just get in the paint and it's easy. It's sweet down there. But not with Cat. Cat tonight was remarkable. The Knicks started off shooting very, very well from the three. They slowed down near the end of the third quarter, but they went 1 of 9 from 3 after they started 2 of 2. Brunson was looking terrible in the first quarter, in my opinion. Brunson was 1 of 7 from the start. And then he had 2 back-to-back turnovers, which led to the Spurs getting the lead and getting the momentum back, getting the crowd rocking. And then he gets injured in the first quarter. We'll be back to that later. But yeah, that's basically what happened with the first quarter of the Knicks. First quarter of the Spurs, looking shaky, but they were still in the game. You know, that's how it seems like they're gonna be for the rest of this series. They look shaky because their offense isn't that consistent when Wemby's not doing anything, which is fine. They're younger than me basically, so I guess it makes up for it. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, for the Spurs, Wemby was getting killed by Cat. Emphasis on killed. Wemby could not guard Cat. He couldn't score on Cat. Cat was bulldozing past him, getting easy layups, just easily getting past Wemby. Wemby looked skinny out there. Cat realizes he's way bigger than Wemby. And then what we all thought was gonna happen in the game. I predicted this last game. I said if the Spurs are gonna play the Knicks, I really think they should put Wemby on Josh Hart so he's allowed to roam. And as soon as they do that, boy, that's when they got on that run. That's when the Knicks went 1 of 9 from 3. And that is when they gained the lead from them. I gotta give him props to Dylan Harper. 10 points off rip in the first quarter was fantastic. He can't really shoot that well, but if he gets you in that paint, floater, layup, he's very physical, a large guard. If he develops a jump shot, man, he's gonna be deadly. I see some people predicting him to be a top 10 guard next year. I don't have a list in front of me, but that's definitely in the realm of possibilities for him. And as soon as Wemby got on that little roll there, the Spurs went on a 20-3 run to close out the first quarter. And a lot of that is Champagne threes. A lot of that is Knicks legitimately not being able to do anything offensively. Them putting Wemby on Jay Hart, who Josh Hart didn't hit many threes this game, or any actually, but my goodness, his off-ball game was fantastic. That's definitely the reason why he was allowed to stay in this game, because if you looked at him from a scoring perspective, he was terrible tonight. But that's being able to adjust and adapt is what makes him a great player in my opinion. So let's move on to the second quarter. Okay, so second quarter starts. They still have Cat on Wemby. Cat still scoring on him. And it feels like Wemby, the game plan for Mitch Johnson, because Wemby's guarding Cat now. He's not guarding Josh Hart anymore, because I guess Mitch Johnson doesn't like that idea anymore for some reason, which it was working. Because Josh Hart is on the court at the same time as Cat, but Wemby is guarding Cat right now. And he's at the top. Cat, very smart from Mike Brown, having Cat stay at the top, and keep Wemby out of that paint. Because Wemby is staring at Cat the whole time at the 3-point line, or not allowing him to get blocks or anything, or guard that paint. It was free layups. The Knicks were doing layups easily. It was Jalen Brunson who got to the rack easily. Cat was blowing by Wemby until he blocked him later on in the game, but easy dunks. Easy alley-oops. Mitch Robinson came in, gave good minutes. He had an alley-oop over Luke Cornett. And this is what I said in my last video. You have got to destroy Luke Cornett. And the Knicks did that perfectly when he was in. I said, Knicks, y'all are so talented offensively. Y'all have to destroy Luke Cornett when he's in the game. The on and off numbers, I don't have them at the moment. I'm doing this like right after the game. I don't have them at the moment. I guarantee you, him and Wemby look the exact same. Because Cat was killing them both. And I love Cat's aggressiveness this game, bro. Cat, man, this was special. This was the best playoff game I've seen in you in a while. You look like you wanted it. You knew that Wemby is skinny, and you knew that Luke Cornett cannot stay in front of you. Just running, like bullying Luke Cornett, hitting layups on Luke Cornett, shooting threes, getting the confidence up. Cat, I love Cat tonight. Cat was the best player in this game, in my opinion. Obviously, Jalen Brunson won them the game of the fourth, but yes, he phenomenal, bro. And a little bit, this is a little worrisome for the Knicks because Jalen Brunson did get hurt with his knee. He played the rest of the game though, however, so that's great. But Jalen Brunson, in the second quarter, you know, he's getting bodied, getting bullied. His small ass is gonna struggle this series, which is true. Especially when you have 6'6" guards hounding you the whole time. Dylan Harper was on him, Castle was on him. You know Castle be fouling. Dylan Harper loved to foul. I'm gonna pull up a picture. I told you, them boys dirty, and the whole world seeing it now. Now that they're not playing the Thunder, because everybody hates the Thunder. I guess you can kill the Thunder players, but you do it to Jalen Brunson, boy, the whole internet's mad. So hopefully they see how this isn't defense. They are just grabbing people. You know what I mean? And then we saw some minutes for Mitchell Robinson to be guarding on Wemby. Nothing too serious. Wemby, I don't know if I like that. I said that last video that they should do that. Seeing how slow Mitchell Robinson is, maybe not, but I was thinking more so if Wemby's going to be in the paint. I love that. If Wemby's going to be floating around like he was most of this game, just looking to shoot threes, he took 9 threes with the second quarter for the Spurs. So Harrison Barnes, oh man, Harrison Barnes is shooting a lot from me this game. I think he only took 1 shot at this point, but that's too much. I had to put that in notes. I was like, hold on now. Harrison Barnes minutes in the finals against the Knicks. You got to stop playing Harrison Barnes, Mitch Johnson. I don't know if I don't know I don't know, bro. He don't need to play. Give Dylan Harper the minutes. Give anybody else the minutes. Carter Bryant the more. I don't know. Just get him off the court. He's terrible. He's old. Not good. I don't need that. Second quarter, Wemby was getting to that free throw line. He's being very aggressive though, getting Cat into foul trouble, which is the Tickle Monster. Said that last video as well. The Tickle Monster was out tonight. Cat had 5 fouls. Thankfully, it didn't hinder the Knicks that bad because Jalen Brunson's insane. But yeah, that's one thing to look out for this series. I think Wemby's going to have a lot of free throws this series, especially if Cat stays on guarding him more than Josh Hart. But that's something for next games. And Wemby, him hitting Cat in the face and Cat falling to the ground. Now, did Cat sell it? Maybe. I wouldn't say he sold it, but some people think he sold it, and that's fine. You have your own opinion. But I also said offensive foul, LOL. Yeah, and I actually have a picture for that as well, too. Not showing the foul, but showing something I think about it. The Spurs are getting free open looks. This is when the Knicks were just doubling. The Knicks started doubling a lot in the second quarter. Just open threes. Champagny was popping them. What the Spurs were doing, they were funneling everybody out. It's like the Celtics. It's like 2K. Castle or De'Aaron Fox just crash the paint. Pass out, someone's wide open because I guess they don't trust Cat or Robinson to contest it. Wide open 3. Champagny was on one tonight, so I don't know how they kept leaving him open. And by the end of the second half, that boy De'Aaron Fox was 1 of 7. Terrible. So to start off the third quarter, the Spurs, man, started off really well compared to the Knicks. The Knicks started off terribly, and a lot of that is due to 2 factors. One, Cat could not get his hands off of Wemby. The major thing is what I saw. Wemby started guarding on Hart immediately, and the Knicks didn't score for the next 6 minutes straight. Just missing every 3. Can't get to the rim because Wemby's there now. So now you're relying on Josh Hart to just sit in that corner, pop 3s, and he's not making them. So there's no reason for Wemby to go out there. I saw Luke Cornett get in the game. I said it loud. Cat, you need to kill Luke Cornett when he's out there. Y'all are down by double digits at this point. Y'all need to make it shake when he's out there. What do the Knicks do? Immediately 7-0 run as Wemby subs out. punishing Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett is slow. Luke Cornett is not going to protect that paint well. Luke Cornett is going to have to get out there and guard Cat. The Spurs, other than Luke Cornett and Wemby, they're not that big of a team. Or I shouldn't say that. There's a gap in their height. Like I think their tallest person is like 6'6", but everybody else is 6'6" to like 6'5". So it's like a good balance. Because you have Wemby as well. He's 8 feet tall. But yeah, there's a big gap from Luke Cornett to whoever is the next tallest person. I think it's Champagne. He's like 6'7", I think. But yeah, massive difference. And boy, Cat was shooting middies. Cat was getting to that paint. I think Cat had a 4-0 run by himself in the 7-0. Just being aggressive, man. Loved it. And I got to give a big props to Landry Shamet this quarter. Hitting massive threes. Keeping them in the game, still shooting very efficiently. The shooting for him doesn't seem to be fake, man. And as Wemby subbed in, the run continued. The Knicks started scoring even better when Wemby got out. Because again, Wemby didn't start off on Josh Hart this time. I think they subbed Josh Hart at this point. They had Wemby going to Cat again, and Cat was getting to the rim, getting easy layups, playmaking, because it's easy now. If Wemby's not in the paint, he's useless on defense if he's not in the paint. Which is something that they got to keep finding a way to have Kim guard Cat up top, which I think won't be that hard because Cat will shoot over everybody else they have. So hopefully that is a recipe for success for them in the near future. Brunson is terrible so far. He was shooting like 6 of 20 or 6 of 23, 7 of 23 by the end of the third quarter, but I said I love it. And the reason I love it is this. Brunson knows, close game, I am the best player on my team. He's not playing like it, but he's the best player on his team. He knows that I need to shoot this ball 30 times tonight, and he did. And I'm so glad he has that mentality, man. More people need to be killers in the league. No one cares about how bad Brunson shot this game. You know why? Because they won. You know why they won? Because he won. He won them the game. He was the fourth quarter. He's Mr. Clutch. That is why I love Jalen Brunson, man. He realized the situation. He said, I have to. Hey, if no one's going to do it, I will. I'm not saying that no one on the Knicks was helping him. Just saying that he knows who he is. He's the clutch player of the year, of the previous year. He knows it's his moment. He knows this is his team. He is the leader. He needs to lead by example. Him taking 30 shots, I love it. I love when a star player realizes, if I don't show up, who will? And that's what the fourth quarter was. If he wasn't there, they would have lost this game. And it would have been very disappointing because this game was a terrible game by the Spurs. But moving on to the fourth quarter. The Knicks take the lead, obviously. Back-to-back threes and free throws for OG. Killing it, man. We saw a Harrison Barnes transition three. I think it's his second shot of the game. I don't know who is in his ear telling him to take these shots. I don't know who is in Mitch Johnson's ear telling him to play Harrison Barnes. In the fourth quarter of a NBA Finals game where y'all are losing, he doesn't play defense. He doesn't make shots anymore. He must have something on Mitch Johnson. I don't know. Mitch Johnson is the evil person, bro. He must got something on Mitch Johnson. I don't get it. I don't get this Harrison Barnes minutes in any series, really, not just because it's the finals, but especially when you're losing in the finals at home in a game one where you need this win. Yeah, it's just terrible coaching, which seems to be the case with Mitch Johnson in these playoffs. But that's for it. They lose. They win, no one cares. But if they lose, there will be consequences and talking points about him. Because it's very questionable how you can't get an 8-footer in the paint. It's just simple stuff like that. This is when it was bad for Wemby. Wemby was just chucking threes, just being a jackass, just shoot, losing the ball. Wemby so bad. Jalen Brunson, Mr. Clutch Player of the Year, Mr. New York, gonna get a statue once we win this ring. That's why I'm wearing orange today. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy JB. It's just a little darker orange. This camera's pretty bad, guys. But anyway, shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. He had an 8-0 run by himself, keeping them with the lead. Jalen Brunson killing niggas, man. And then everybody else on the Knicks disappeared after that, though. This is like early in the fourth. Everybody else had to disappear. Knicks started to go cold, and then the Spurs came back. Spurs went on their own little run. Wemby is what I talk about. Wemby's weight, man. Wemby bodies Cat out the way, very aggressive, very physical, and gets an easy 2 points, man. It was a foul, and then he shot the free throws. But I love that from Wemby, bro. Because then after that, they just kept scoring, and then OG hit the free throws, and that was the end of the game. And then I said 11 for 30 from Brunson, but I love it. I love that the best player on this team knows that I need to take 30 shots for us to win. I'm taking 30 shots. Fuck efficiency, nigga. We are winning a ring, bro. Because if they win a ring, we ain't gonna worry about no 11 to 30. I guarantee you, if they lost this game, 11 to 30 would have been #1 on the news. They won this game, boy, we'll never hear this game ever again. We'll hear about this fourth quarter, and that's it. No one will ever bring out he shot 11 to 30. I love it, Jalen Brunson. I love the high risk, high reward, bro. Shoot 30 times every game. Win y'all this series, bro. I love it, man. He knows who he is in the fourth quarter. Big Brunson. Wemby cannot dribble. He dribbles the ball off his foot because he's bringing the ball up for some reason. I don't know this superhero mentality he has, but I don't know. Sometimes he acts like he's like in a Marvel movie or something. De'Aaron Fox is going to save the league because, good Lord, he is holding this team back. He is so bad. For $50 million a year, for him to 3 of 13, 7 points, 5 assists. Yeah, you're terrible. 3 turnovers. It's just stuff like that. Oh my gosh, bro. Let's get to these stats and let's get to the best player in the world. He scammed his way to 26 points. Man, maybe I didn't realize y'all started 15 rebounds. Okay, maybe I do need to go over some of these stats for the Knicks. This is kind of crazy. I didn't even look at the stats yet. But Josh Hart had 15 rebounds and 6 assists. Again, off ball, insane. Don't look at how many points he had. OG had 17 points, but Cat had 18 and 12. My player of the game. I know Brunson won in the game, but boy, without Cat's aggressiveness and defense, crazy saying Cat's defense, huh? Without Cat's defense and aggressiveness on that glass, ain't gonna win this game, man. Salute to Cat. Mikal Bridges, a little quiet game, but it's all good, Mikal. It's all good. You put in effort like you usually do. You showing up to work. You fine. You know, I don't think it was a good game. I think it was a bad game. You were, Jalen Brunson, 4-quarter walk down. Love to see that. Landry Shamet still being able to make every 3 he shoots is crazy. Massive threes from McBride. Mitchell Robinson, 6 rebounds is huge in only 13 minutes of play. That's insane. Now let's get into Baguette Biyombo himself. Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is the tallest person in San Antonio currently. He stands 7'4", and somehow the tallest man in the world was the most timid, fraudulent, weak man I've ever seen in my life tonight. Wemby, don't let these rebounds fool you. He got all these rebounds basically when no one was around him. If anybody was around him, if Josh Hart was around him, if Cat was around him, and especially if Big Body Mitch was on him, he's not getting any of these rebounds. Wemby is looking timid, intimidated, scared of the moment, looking around. Dylan Harper, save me. Dylan Harper, please do something. Because he can't do anything. He can't shoot. He misses every shot. Good Lord, takes 9 threes for some reason. If the first 7 weren't making it, why do you think you got to take 2 more? And 2 of 9 from 3, 22%. He shot 6 of 21 from the field, 28% from the field. Mind you, his head is level with the rim. How are you, like, bro, if I was looking at this light right now, it's like level to my face. How would I not make that shot? You're literally right next to the goal every time you stretch your arms. You have an 8-foot wingspan. So then I guess it boils down to, what does he do right? And when I get to that part, I don't know. What did he do this game? If you ask me, the difference between him and Luke Cornett is Luke Cornett's unathletic. I think Wemby was damn near Luke Cornett tonight. I couldn't tell which one was which. If they swapped jerseys and Luke Cornett got a tan, they look the same to me tonight. Don't let them scam you with these stats. 26 points, 13 free throws. Living in the paint. Living for the foul. Boy, he couldn't do nothing else but get to that free throw line. And y'all make fun of Shea for it. 8 feet tall, flopping. 8 feet tall, throwing players on the ground. 8 feet tall, hitting Cat in the face. 8 feet tall, getting the calls for him, not against him. I feel it though. He's the golden goose. He's who they want people to see. He's the guy, right? To see him get embarrassed by Karl Anthony Towns of all people on both ends of the game. Defense and offense, Cat was killing that boy. Giving him buckets and playing elite defense on him. Ooh, say it ain't so, Wemby. Say it ain't so, best in the world. Best in the world, right? There's a problem with Wemby. Y'all want to crown him too early. He ain't the best in the world. Baguette Biyombo was just missing every shot he took, missing threes. He dribbled off his foot at the end of the game. He's pouting on the sideline. Yeah, keep crying, bro. You're fucking terrible. Oh my God. So glad this game happened tonight, bro. So happy about it, man. And he may have a little bounce back game in game 2, whatever, but it's fake. Everybody knows game 2s are like, especially if the away team wins. And game 2, you can take the day off, man. I wouldn't be shocked if Mitch Robinson sits game 2, because what's the point? We going back to New York. We finishing this series out in 4. Let me stop. We're finishing this series out in 6. Well, yeah, like I said, man, in my last video, I said Wemby, well, in a serious note, like I said last video, Wemby's going to struggle this series. It's just not, it's not ideal if he's not allowed to just stand on Josh Hart. If you are pulling him out to the top of the key, he's not going to be as effective on defense. And if Cat's just going to be, if Wemby's not going to be able to do anything but get to the free throw line, is that a threat? Like, if Wemby takes 13 free throws a game but shoots 28% from the field, are we really... Like, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think Wemby lost him this game, too. The countless times Wemby's just shooting deep threes, going 2 of 9. If the first ones aren't falling, why would the other ones are falling? You're clearly not in your groove. You clearly need to stop doing that. About Wemby, he was discussing this game. Just an idiot, being a jackass. Ideally, I mean, I don't want him to, but he's going to bounce back next game. Then the media is going to be on him again. I haven't seen anything about him playing bad tonight, which is fine. You know, he's everybody's favorite. He's the golden goose, I guess. It is what it is, man. You gotta love when there's favoritism in a equal sport. Wemby, you fucking suck, nigga. You're trash, bro. I've been waiting for this game my whole life. Wemby, you're terrible. You timid, skinny... Wemby, you were the most fraudulent, selfish... unintelligent guy I've ever seen in my life. You make France look bad, and I'm rooting for France in the World Cup. You making them look bad. You like an idiot out there just chucking up threes, missing threes, on rebounds, looking like a bitch out there, man. Letting Cat Big Purr. You letting Cat Zesty beat you up, bro. You letting Cat do that, man. In my opinion, Wemby gonna get out of the top 5. Keep playing like this. That was terrible. The only thing they say about Wemby, oh, he's an all-time defender. He's a great defender. He's just tall. He's just in the paint, bro. I could do that. If I was 7 feet tall, 7'5", 8 feet tall, however he is, I could do this in the paint, bro. I could block shots too, man. You realize how every time he gets out in the perimeter, huss, easy shot. That's what the real defenders are. In the paint, that's sweet, man. All you got to do is stand up or jump. He ain't on shit. He'll never be on shit. He's not the best player in the world. Wemby might as well have had on a fucking Knicks jersey the way he was playing last night. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, Wemby. You disgust me. Never be the best player in the world. Not in my books. Not in a lot of people's books. After this series, they'll expose you because it's easy to scheme on you. Put you out there in the perimeter. You sweet. You're free. You're free food because you can't stat pad on blocks because you're 8 feet tall. Fuck out of here. He's not the best player in the world, bro. He never will be. You can take all the threes in that summer you want. You can hang out with some Asian monks. You can have parties with Hakeem and Kevin Garnett and try to use their shots and blah, 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 blah. Think this is an anime. This is real life, nigga. This shit ain't sweet. You're not the best player in the world. You better lock in game 2. Because if you have a stinker in that game, you're getting swept. So we'll see how that goes for you. And I pray you get swept because you're a little prideful cunt. And I don't think you deserve to be prideful. You ain't won nothing. You ain't done nothing in your career. You're nothing, bro. You're not good to me. You're not talented. I'll die on that hill. Next game, you can do whatever you want. It is what it is, bro. You're easy to scheme against. You're not that talented. Shay's better. You're the best player in the world, right? Show it. So, you know, it is what it is, though. He won't win the ring, hopefully, this year. I don't think he deserves it. He's too young. Maybe when he's like 30. I think when he's 30, maybe he'll deserve that ring. So yeah, man, that's about it for me. I think in game 2, Spurs are gonna bounce back. Maybe a blowout win. Maybe another close game. Like, oh yeah, also I did say in my last video, if the game is close, I bet the house on the Knicks, boy. And look at what happened. Game was close. I said Jalen Brunson is very clutch. That video is going to age well in the future. I predicted this. Basically, I predicted this entire game. Technically, the series. It's only been one game. But, you know, a lot of the stuff I said in that last video was very true. I believe next game, the Knicks will handle business. Fuck. No. I believe next game, the Spurs will go out there, handle business. They'll get their win. Maybe a blowout. It feels like the script is reading like a little blowout. You know, they're blowing them out, whatever. And I think that the Spurs or Mitch Johnson would do well by Wemby and for the Spurs fans to put him on Josh Hart. I don't have the statistics on specifically when they were matched up, Wemby and Josh Hart. The runs the Spurs were just able to go on because they're getting easy stops because it's a 5-on-4 because Josh Hart is terrible shooting from the 3 this game and just missing every shot. So you have to be able to do that. You have to get Wemby back in that paint. If he's not in that paint, Wemby's sweet. I've been saying that Wemby isn't a great defender. He's just tall, and that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's it for me though. I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, a great evening. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the new the views popping up. I love to see the growth of the channel. Hopefully we can take this into crazy heights. With that being said, God bless. Don't forget to pray tonight or in the morning, whenever you decide to. And yeah, have a great night. This has been Dr. Natrell, and you can schedule your next appointment at the front desk.